There's one certain time that Wiki came out to said, if you know that you have not been compensated, that you should come outside. And nobody came out.
In law, what it requires is that, first of all, before paying me the compensation, they should ask me what my interest about the land. Discuss that with us. Then, when I give consent, the government should carry me to court that I have agreed 100 by 100 land to be given to Mr. A for the development of everybody.
There are rumors flying around that our traditional rulers sold our lands years ago. So the lands they sold are into development, and we are claiming those rights, like the right of those lands that they sold. None of the traditional rulers has come out to say anything, and none of the youth has come out to say anything. Is it that what Wike is trying to say is true, or the traditional rulers have something behind it that they are not saying?
When our right is being encroached on, let us take the bold step by going to the court. They say judiciary is the last goal of the common man. So let's make use of it by initiating actions. If we initiate the action and it do not favor us, it is better than sitting down doing nothing about it.
Welcome. Today, we discuss an issue that has echoed in the FCT for nearly 5 decades: compensation and the indigenous people of the FCT. What does the Constitution say, and what are the realities today? I am being joined by the President, Original Inhabitant Development Association, OIDA, Pastor Danla Dejeji, and lawyer, Shokweye Timothy Esquire, and also my special guest, who are going to be part of this conversation. Let's begin, shall we? Do you pay compensation for ancestral lands?
50 years of FCT now. When FCT has been here, they are now on our land. You are asking compensation. Compensating what? You have even shot yourself on the food. You say ancestor. Okay, you are paying me now. What about my ancestor? Then my children and my great-grandchildren, are you paying them, or you are paying only me? How much? Pay what? The creator did not move like that. Maybe that is why you are doing this interview now. It has no name because they have no pay. It is living, you see, just an edifice, no name at all. The place is Federal Capital Territory. Here is the coat of arms describing and having the drawing of the FCT. Youth and Nigerian watching this thing, please, that city gate they are having, let it be clearly written FCT. Abuja is Suleja, there is no Abuja in FCT.
What does the law say about compensating indigenous people?
The only provisions that provides for compensation for the indigenous people is Section 28 of the Land Use Act. And it does not provide specifically for the land. It only provides for economic trees, for crops, unexhausted improvement. Okay, now if it only provides for that, what about our own land? Are you paying for our land? What about those after us? What about the generation coming after us? So in this context, there is no adequate provision for compensation.
You are the president of OIDA. What are your efforts, or what have you done in regards to issues related to compensating the indigenous people of FCT?
We have struggled a lot to let Nigerians just get the information first, because the Federal Capital Territory was illegal. It was never with our consent. And I stand to be corrected. Let Nigerian government bring that environmental impact assessment of pronouncing the decree of bringing Federal Capital Territory from Lagos to here. We have gone to court to address this, and ECOWAS court has ruled that in law, whether the people of Nigeria has committed human rights violation on the people of FCT land.
There's one certain time that Wike came out to said, if you know that you have not been compensated, that you should come outside. Does that mean Wike has been compensating people of FCT, because he made a several announcement that if you know that you have not been compensated, that the indigenous people should come outside and speak, and nobody came out.
For me, the FCT minister asking if anyone has not been compensated regarding their land should come out and speak, in my own view, is an insensitive question. The reason is because Section 44 sub 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended clearly states that, even though I cannot couch it or paraphrase, that the acquisition must be in accordance with the law. 2, or B, it must be prompt, there must be prompt payment compensation. C, it must follow due process. D, every affected person has access to court to challenge the acquisition or the amount. So, for him to come out and say that kind of a statement is to tell you that all these things have not been put in place. Because if all these things have been put in place, there is a valid judgment from the court of law. Definitely he will know who has been compensated and who has not been compensated, because a comprehensive list will be available for those affected.
Wicked to come forward to postulate that let original natives come out if he has entered any place without paying compensation. He has shot himself on the foot. Because you see, you don't come to the land of the person and then you say, okay, if there's somebody that is here that you didn't compensate, they should come out. He already in his land would illegally, and he's a lawyer. He's not telling people that if he is here illegally, you should come and face him. Did he produce the document? He paid the law. He paid the person. Is it not that Section 44 say that you cannot take somebody's land and you pay adequate compensation in the court of law? Which court of law did he pay that person? Then the person will come to face him whom he didn't elect. The person who will confront is the head of state, who is our governor, whom we elected. This person is an appointee from the minister, from the head of state. Being quiet is not admitting. It's that we are just watching the person, because if we are going to confront somebody who doesn't know what he's doing, we will be like, we are like him. If you are bathing in the bathroom, somebody come and carry a cloth and you want to pursue him with soap in your body, who is mad? So the person, if our people answer him, we are the mad people, because that is not correct.
So the Land Use Act provides that governments may take over lands for overriding public interest. Now, what is overriding public interest and building estates and houses where you sell and rent out for millions and billions?
So unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. If I may say, the Land Use Act providing for overriding public interest, Section 1 states that all lands are vested on each governor of the state. In our own situation now, those powers are exercised by the president through the FCT minister. However, it is not a yardstick that the minister will acquire the land without adequate compensation. So overriding public interest is measured by the purpose of the acquisition, by the benefits or beneficiaries of the project, and by the transparent process. So, going by what I've just said now, there is no overriding public interest, because one individual will just come and acquire our land, build it, and put it for profit. Trust me, you and I cannot afford it. So, in this context, most of what they've been doing is not for public interest, it's for their own personal interest.
FCT is being given to developers. They will tell you they have gotten a paper, allocation paper, have you? Now, allocation paper is obtainable in a state that if somebody lives in a place, in a state, he should be given a paper. The question now is this: whose land? Who is giving the person the land for the paper to be generated. In FCT context, for example, we have Pei village have their farmland. Then the Federal Republic of Nigeria declared that it's a virgin land, and the 4 people were there. Then the FCT came and then they now give somebody paper that he has given him allocation. Is it municipal area council gave him the paper? It is right of occupancy 50 years. If it is FCTA, it is 99 years, certificate of occupancy. Now, FCT and FCT and municipal are giving paper. Municipal came to existence in 1976, and it's just 50 years. People who have been here have no paper. Now, when 50 years reach, the paper will go back to who? The land will become who? It will become government. The government have land before. How did they get paper to give somebody and you give 50 years for him to stay? And then FCT now give 99 years. When the FCT is not a state, how is minister giving paper now to allocation, even to developer? When the government of Nigeria brought Federal Capital Development Authority to develop the Federal Capital Territory for the Nigerian people, it is an overriding interest. How does it turn around now to become allocation of paper? When the natives are here, who graveyards and their ancestors are the owner of the land, with their names written in this place we are staying here is called Kokwaba. Here is Federal Capital Gate. No Kokwaba here, no FCT here, no name. It's just here, virgin place, and people are thinking they are coming to enjoy place. You are coming to enjoy crime. Cause mean that we don't fear God in this country, and nature will catch up with us. Karma law is coming to catch up with Nigerians.
I'm not against development. I'm not against development of the FCT, you see, but the problem is we have lost the priorities that are on ground. FCT, every state, every community needs to be developed, no matter what it is. People enjoy development because when there is light, there's road, it's for the benefit of everybody in the community. But where the problem is if you want to develop a particular place, why push away those people that are there not to enjoy the development? That's just the problem. Now, if, like the estate that we're talking about, or you are creating any other thing, is it that the indigenous people of the FCT are not liable to stay in that particular estate? Why move them from that place and take them to a remote place, a total bush? In fact, if there's even a total bush, without any basic amenities, and say, you keep pushing them, they packed the people that were here. I think even those people in Wuse, they took them to the Niger State, Sabon Wuse. So you keep pushing these people away. Now, this is where they are. This is where their forefathers were buried. This is where their graves are. So now, tell me, are the people of the FCT not supposed to enjoy development? So if you are developing a place, let's say they are building an estate and you want to take people from the FCT away from that place, all the indigenes in that particular land should be given a particular estate in that place too. If my house is 2-bedroom and I'm building a 2-bedroom in that estate, I should have a 2-bedroom in that place. Don't push me away. So that's inclusiveness now. So I don't know, this compensation stuff that they keep talking about, compensation should be far from it. Include us in the development. Don't push us away.
The thing is, compensation should be made before displacement. There should be appropriate resettlement plans. Prompt payment of compensation should be paid to the affected persons so that even before, because just like the recent demolition in Yimwa, aka Gishiri, the allocation of land came after the demolition, which is very, very bad because people were displaced. Those that had no plan B, they were under the rain, under the sun, nothing to do about it. In fact, their story was pathetic. So compensation should come before displacement, before compulsory land acquisition. Permit me to use it because for me it's just compulsory acquisition. It's not like it's going for the general public. So compensation should be done before acquisition of land.
The word compensation in law is that if I have 100 by 100 and my building is there and the government has overridden interest over 100 by 100, the father has built a house and the reason for that property to be taken is what is to be compensated. in law, what it requires is that, first of all, before paying me the compensation, they should ask me what my interest about the land, discuss that with us. Then, when I give consent, the government should carry me to court that I have agreed 100 by 100 land to be given to Mr. A for the development of everybody. The court will not give you that judgment until that government will go and get land 100 by 100 somewhere for me, and I agree with it. Then I will now collect the compensation that I will build the property that is 100 by 100 here to go and occupy that 100 by 100 that the government has set to that person that is collecting his land. That is what compensation is. Has it ever taken place in Nigeria?
There are rumors flying around that our traditional rulers sold our lands years ago. So the lands they sold are into development, and we are claiming those rights, like the right of those lands that they sold, then that they bought, that they are into development, that we are claiming the right. And Wike made that statement. None of the traditional rulers has come out to say anything, and none of the youth has come out to say anything. Is it that what Wike is trying to say is true, or the traditional rulers have something behind it that they are not saying?
My sister, this thing you are saying about traditional rulers not mentioning anything about it. Wike is saying that let anybody come to confront him if he has not competed anybody. Some time ago he was saying that he has promoted all the traditional institutions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it is a virgin land. And it is the law since FCT creation, which is an art of law. No law has been created since FCT was created in 1976 to today. All that happened in FCT is policy, memo, memoranda, program. That's all. No law. That statement he uttered is supposed to be a law. And the law system for now is the National Assembly that will make that law for us. Traditional institution came to existence on 8 December 1978. Decree 8 that brought the traditional institution. For promotion to take place, it has to pass through the State Assembly of FCT. So minister now that is not appointed and is not elected by the FCT traditional leaders and the native of the FCT. He has now said there are villages that have their traditional names on their self. He said, come out and tell us what if there's somebody that you didn't compensate. Okay, is that why you promoted them without following the due law? Hey, Nigeria.
I feel like it's high time that we, the indigenous people, we don't only talk the talk. Let's do the action. As we talk, let's back it up with action. It takes only one person to lead, and every other person will back him up. So let's come out from our shells. Let's shade that fear away. When our right is being encroached on, let us take the bold step by going to the court. They say judiciary is the last goal of the common man. So let's make use of it by initiating actions. If we initiate the action and it do not favor us, it is better than sitting down doing nothing about it.
Okay, so just like our barrister has said, we should not allow fear to take over our rights stand, and then that's one. Secondly is ability to speak. We that we're knowledgeable, we know about these things. We should be able to go outside and tell people that don't know it, so that they don't bring papers and documents for them to just sign off, and then they'll just sign their birthright. You understand, just like that.
And I think the people of FCT also have to come together and work as one and work as a team, because we need to bring back our culture. We need to take what belongs to us. We cannot allow foreigners or other people from outside to take what is rightfully belongs to us or anything. And in the aspect of development, they need to work with us as indigenous of FCT to join heads together and make those developments work out.
Our leaders, they are very, very close to Wike, so they should help us to talk to him in time of compensation. Because land is very expensive now. Because I cannot afford estates. You understand?
And please, whenever they are coming to compensate, they should make sure whoever they are destroying his or her houses or properties, like let me say in a community, the compensation should go around everybody. They should make sure that everybody has something tangible to be able to start up another thing. Like not compensating me with something that I know the one you destroy has more value than the one you're giving me. So whatever you are giving me should have value.
FCT, Original Inhabitant Development Association, is the umbrella body of all the struggles about the marginalization, defranchisement, our destruction of land rights, our distortion of our identity, our human rights, our culture, our land. Nigeria government and FCT, we have not given you the land. You came here without following the law, and it is a crime. By the way, it is all allocation. Even the villa is sitting on allocation paper. Anybody who got allocation paper and is 99 years, we are going to collect the land back because we didn't even ask us.